Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm working on a Craftsman 43772. Kind of unique. I've never seen one of these. It had the left and right. I thought this was a spinner, but it's not. It's just left and right. And I have to give a shout out to Raw Bacon. A viewer told me I thought this was a non-rebuildable, but it is. You push down hard enough till it locks and clicks in, and then this should pop out. I say it should. It's locked. Oh, I can't get it out. All right. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it's supposed to come out. There it goes. Oh, it's just dry and dirty. Well, I should say that. It's not really dirty. It's just dry as a bone. Check that out. Okay, so if you release, what does that do when you release it? Okay, there's a pin right there. Oh man. A little bit old dry grease right in there on that. I'm wondering if I take this clip off. Oh, there's two clips. Wait a minute, it's a two clip. Okay. Alright. I might not be able to take this completely apart. There's a there is either a ball bearing right there or a tiny pin. Okay, that's connected to a spring, so there's got to be a spring connecting these two pieces of metal, and it clamps it. They're separate pieces of metal. Okay. There's a pin. Sorry guys, got sidetracked. My wife said it was time to put ribs on, so I had to go. Want to eat tonight, so ribs it is. Anyways, I don't know where I was. This thing is very complicated, and just want to show you there's a spring right there, wraps around, and it connects to this paw. And I almost bet money that ball bearing right there, well, that ball bearing is part of the release mechanism, but there has to be another spring in the middle that's connected to this little bar here and this bar. Let's see if you can see. There's a bar and it splits. There's a split right in between them. So those two little bars is what locks it in to the ring right there. Huh, cool beans. I'm trying to figure out the mechanism on this and how the man that designed this had a hell of a mind. That's just amazing. You just gotta love somebody that can think of something like this. He overthought a ratchet. I guess this is kind of like a gimmick, a selling point for telling people, hey, you know, buy this and you can clean your own, you can take it apart and grease it. Now the problem is I got it halfway in there. Oh, Come on, push. Oh my God. I'll leave this in the video. That ball bearing, how, I should have cleaned it before I went any further. Holy smokes, now I can't get it apart. There it goes. Shoot. All right, I really need to quit playing. Let's clean this up just a little bit. Take some carburetor cleaner. Get all this dry grease and stuff off of it. I don't like, lights kind of cast shadows, but I don't know if that helps or not. I really can't tell in the video on the camera. Oh, this thing's nice inside. It's clean. Man, this thing's cleaning up, just wiping it off. It looks like a Stanley, you know, the handle wise, it looks like a Stanley. I have to look up and see if there's the machining on this thing. You got it. I love looking at a tool and thinking of how it was machined or how it was worked, how it was built. This thing is complicated. But you know, they thought about this when they built it for design, for ease of maintenance, I guess, for people, which is kind of cool. You don't have that anymore. Trying to make sure I got everything cleaned off here. Okay, it just spun loose. Trying to figure out how. Ah, that's it right there. Look how that. I'm trying to show you guys and show me myself at the same time. Yeah, I definitely don't want, look at that. I definitely don't want to take that apart. My little redneck mind is not that good at engineering that. I'm pretty good at tearing things apart. Yeah, boy. I am not attempting to take this thing apart. I can already see a problem. Oh, getting it to lock in that position is pretty tough. That's about all I can do, ladies and gentlemen. I got it locked in that position, and yeah, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm afraid if I do anything else, I will not be able to put it back together. Not without a, you know, I can read blueprints and diagrams. I'm fascinated by looking at blueprints and diagrams that, you know, I like following them, but I don't have anything to go by on this. So I'll leave it right where it's at, and I'm just going to clean this up, polish the handle up, and just grease it. There is no use on this thing. Whoever had this thing never used it, and which is fine by me. It's a good quality tool, and somebody out there is going to say it's not, but you know, I'm not. I've got probably 80 3/8 ratchets now, and shoot, I might have $400 in all my ratchets, my 3/8, and that's everything from Snap-on on down. So if something breaks, I'll either fix it or find another cheap price. This is not something you would use every day. I think you could, you know, comfortably use this every weekend, be just fine. The machining's in good condition. It's well made. You know, I get a kick out of people that hate on Craftsman. Craftsman is what they say. It's funny because they love Snap-on, they love Proto, they love J.H. Williams. Well, you know what? All those brands made Craftsman. Craftsman never made their own tools. It was all contracted. So when you're holding a Craftsman tool like this, Craftsman didn't make this. For you people out there that hate Craftsman, you don't know what you're talking about. Craftsman never manufactured any tool. They were always contracted. And I'm almost betting money this is a Stanley. The more I play with it and hold it, it feels and looks like a Stanley. There's no EE7. Probably EE7 probably stands for manufacturer. Oh well, enough about my blabbing. Let's. I'm gonna throw this on the polishing wheel. Just see how good this chrome polishes. All right, guys. Just let people know. Buffing wheel. This buffing wheel probably Harbor Freight. This buffing wheel is just it's almost gone. It was an 8-inch wheel like this, and over time you get to the point where it's threaded. You see these threading marks? When you get to that point, it starts to unwind. The threads come undone. You can let it go, or you can pull the stitch out, whatever. But it wears down. This wheel was an 8-inch wheel. All I use this wheel for is after I polish it, I come up here and I just buff on this one, just to get some of the compound off of it. The compound I use, like I said before, it's Harbor Freight stuff. Hang on, I'll go get some other material. All right, guys, don't know, that light may be too bright. I'm just gonna test this light, see if it works. If it don't work, this video sucks, sorry. I can't see what you guys can see until after I do the video. Done polishing. I didn't really do the best polishing job. I had to stop and go check the meat on the smoker, and I only spent maybe 8 or 9 minutes, so I didn't get all the tiny scratches off. Really, it's clean, it's not in bad shape, so I really wasn't worried about it. Make sure there's no polishing compound stuck still in there. Looks like not much got in there. Brass brush here. That looks pretty good. You guys can see that. It's pretty clean in there. Actually looks really good. I see something. No, it's just discoloration in the metal. Huh, that's weird. I wonder if that's where the pawl may have been sitting for a long time. Okay. Well, shoot. I didn't even think about getting grease. I need some grease. Well, I'll be darned. All right, be right back. All right. All I do, stick Mobile 1 on top of a cap. That's what I use. It works. I know some of you suggest oils and stuff like that. Use what you like. I use grease. Snap-on uses a grease in theirs. Some of the older Craftsman's, you clean, you take apart, you'll find them packed with almost like a wheel bearing grease. Mobil 1, synthetic. I've used this stuff. The building complex I work at, I've been there 34 years. This is what we use. I can show you pump motors that were installed in '91 and we're still running, and they run pretty much 24/7. So it works. This is not going to run 24/7. So you guys that are all uppity about your oils and grease, eat it. Tired of hearing people always saying, use this, use that. Well, you know, use what you're comfortable with. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. This is what I do. Top of that, this is not spinning 300, 3,400 RPMs a minute. You don't have to worry about the heat, compression, the expansion of the seals. No seal in it. It's a mechanical. This is a mechanical piece of equipment. You put oil on this, motor oil, 30 weight oil, 3-in-1 oil, whatever. It don't matter. If you like it, that's what you use it. I guarantee you though, the grease like this will not dry out as quickly or evaporate over time as the oils will. But the bad problem of grease like this, if it sits long enough, it'll clump up and it'll get hard as a rock. I'm not going to argue that point. So there's trade-offs. I was frustrated because I've been watching some other videos of people and their tools, and they restore them, and they suggest doing this, or actually they say do this or do that. And do what's comfortable for you. If you find something you like the way it's done, do it. I started off making videos. I had a fire December 9th of 2019. I lost all my tools. I lost my shop. It burnt to the ground, to the concrete. So I started buying used tools immediately, and I was able to salvage some tools, hand tools, and when you don't have a screwdriver to your name, the only reason I had some tools is because I have toolboxes at work. Those didn't burn down. So I have to have tools to make a living. I can't be without my tools. Some of you out there pay for people to do things for you. That's all fine and good. I can't do that. I'm not that type of person. Number one, I like to see how things work and how it operates. I don't mind tearing something apart. Even if I can't put it back together, at least I'll try. Like now, I done screwed up. Oh, let's get back in the video here. Oh, there it clicked. Go in there. Come on, come on. There it goes. Now I need it to release. How do I get it to release now? That's not right. Shouldn't have to beat on it like that. Turn it a little bit maybe. It's still, if you can see the button is still compressed, something's not right. I don't got it all the way. It's not released. It's still pressed down about halfway. Oh man. I'm wondering, do you have to press on? No, that's like locked in a position there. Well, that stinks. Okay, what am I doing wrong? That needs to be released. That's pushed out. There's a little pin right there. That pin's supposed to be flat. recess back down in there. Alright, what am I doing wrong here? If I press down, see if I can press down again. Can I push that pin? Oh, that's what I need. Duh. I pressed down on this button here, and I had to, as I was pressing down, I had to push that little pin down. There. Cool beans. Yeah. Okay. Man, this thing, it has a really nice action. I have to admit, it has a nice action to it. I'll leave all that in the video where I struggled. So you can see I struggle. I don't mind showing my whoops, my mistakes. I really didn't do much on this. I mean, cleaned it, oiled it. It actually, now this part, man, it's smooth. Before it was a little stiff. I wish you guys could feel the action on this thing. Probably 72 tooth, maybe. Man, it's got a nice little action. I like it. All right. All right, I'm turning the light off. I want to see how this in the video looks. Throw a little wax on this. I may be giving this ratchet away. A young man I know is starting out. He appreciates anything I give him, so. Didn't have a lot of tools given to me when I was younger. Was given a few opportunities, but I don't know about you guys, but tools for me I just have to have them. If anybody asks, that's the wax. I use this on everything. I'm not trying to sell it to you. That's just what I use. Glass, wood, plastic, metal. Oh man, I didn't polish the button. Well, that stinks. Huh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Not super fancy. I'm pretty sure this is made by Stanley. For some reason, I buffed this up better. I can see you can see where I didn't buff very well on the handle. I hope you can see that. It's I could have done a lot better. One, really no need in it. It's a good used tool. I don't know if I gave $5 for this or $10. I gave less than 10. I'm pretty sure I gave 5 for it. So there's the model number. If you run across one of these, I think it's worth buying. It's got a really nice action. I do not like the switch that much because I'm so used to using, I've got several of them that I use as a thumb wheel, and I like those. Those I like. And I think that's the reason I'll probably give this away. One, he needs tools, and two, I would always be trying to use this as a thumb wheel. But yeah, getting grubby mitts all over it now. Anyways, it turned out pretty good for cheap tool. I mean, not a lot of value. You know, most of these type of wrenches that are Stanley and these kind, I think they sell for like $20 to $40 on eBay, something like that. I am almost positive this is a Stanley. It feels like a Stanley. Even the handle's shaped like the Stanley. But good tool all around. Not a high dollar tool, but for you know, a hobbyist or someone that just wants one in their toolbox to use occasionally, I think it'll hold up just fine, probably last a lifetime. Now, as a mechanic using it every day, that moving paw in there with that little spring, I think that might be the weak point. Otherwise, I don't see a problem using the silly thing. It would work probably just fine for the average individual. It'd probably last their lifetime. I may have to put some more 30 weight in here. Don't need just a little bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think. I got to go check my meat anyways. I might put that in the video, show you guys what I'm talking about when I say smoking some ribs. But there you go. Nice little cheap little ratchet. Good used tool. That's what I mean by, you know, when you're out and about, if you got the time, look around. Hit them garage sales and flea markets and thrift stores and stuff like that. You'll be surprised what you'll run across. And mind you, some of these people do ask too much for their tools, but there's people out there to know the value or want to get rid of it. And, you know, if they don't want to come down on the price, if you don't think it's worth it, it's your money. Don't buy it. Walk away. Give them your phone number and say, hey, you know, you want to sell it? Call me later. I do that all the time. You'd be surprised how many people call me back. Actually, over 90%. Every time I leave my phone number with somebody, if I'm at a flea market and I say, you want to sell it, usually near the end of, before I leave, I get a phone call. And I don't have a problem negotiating with people. It's my money. I don't have to give it up. And if they want my money, they'll come down to where I want to be. If not, I always find somebody that's willing to sell something. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough blabbing. This video is probably going to be too long anyways. Guys, y'all have a good day. Raw Bacon, thank you for the heads up on how to take this thing apart. There's probably a video out there showing how to do it. Yeah, I didn't go online to look, so your comment on that was very helpful, sir. Y'all have a good weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good day.